Hey guys, it's Vanessa, and currently sick. It's also currently New Year's Eve, so Happy New Year's. I was trying so hard to make a makeup look for New Year's, but a lot of changes have been happening in my life, and I just didn't get around to it, so I would like to apologize, one, for that, and two, I just kind of wanted to reflect a little bit on 2015. My hands are purple because of my hair, just a side note. Before this last thing that happened in 2015, I felt like my year was I felt like it was a very good year. I think it was probably one of my best years in life, but it also was one of the hardest years of my entire life. It's just been so great and so horrible at the same time. And I know that might sound like crazy, but I had so many good things happen, and then one horrible thing happen, and then I had so many great things happen, and then I had another horrible thing happen, and then I had so many great things happen, and I thought, I'm ending the year on a very good note, and I'm excited because this year just has been a huge roller coaster, and it's just amazing to end a year that has been so up and down on a really good note. And then something horrible happened, and I am ending the year in a bad place. So bad to end 2015 on a good note, in a happy place, looking forward to the new year, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Just to not like leave you guys out of the loop completely, I had a loved one pass away right before Christmas, and because of the holidays and everything's just been prolonged, and it's been the hardest thing to ever deal with. I lost my great grandma in August, the beginning of August, and I did make a video saying like my last goodbye, and that's like somewhere on my channel. And then I lost another loved one during the school year, and then I just recently lost my aunt. So because of the holidays, everything with those funerals in the past, with my grandma, it was extremely hard because just the whole thing was prolonged for about 2 weeks. But my grandma had been sick since Father's Day was like the big something's going wrong. So since Father's Day until she actually passed had been just this huge roller coaster ride, and it was from the beginning of June to the end of August was just like a huge mess. It was crazy, it was horrible, and in between that time of all this craziness that had gone on, I went to VidCon, and I made that decision to go because I knew that my grandma wouldn't want me to just sit here and be upset that she was sick, and that when I left, she wasn't coherent. So I know that you guys have seen my VidCon vlogs and how much fun I had and all the craziness that went down. But what you guys don't know was that every night I was calling, every chance that I really got, I was calling and making sure she was okay. And it was really hard for me because this was like the first year that it was just me and my friends. We didn't, like, my parents weren't there, their parents weren't there. It was just the first time I was out of town without family, without a parent. And my best friends are my sisters, so they are my family, but it's not like my mom, it's not like my grandma, it's not like someone, it's not like a parent. So I was having so much trouble deciding whether or not to go to VidCon. And if you guys have never been to VidCon, VidCon is very, very expensive. And that's like, couldn't not pay for the hotel. Like, the hotel was already paid for. There's no refund after this. It's like there's nothing I can do to get anything back. I was just kind of scared that like I'm gonna go and she's gonna pass and I can't get home. Like, I don't have a car just to like leave and go home and then go back to pick up my friends. Like, that we got dropped off there. So it was like, okay, if something happens, I'm stuck there. I made the decision to go. So it was really, really hard on me. It was one of the best experiences of my life, being at VidCon for the first year solo, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but it was just a very, very hard time because it was calling every couple hours what's going on, and then calling someone at night with a different update, and like, I'm not understanding, I thought she was fine. Like, it was just touch and go like that all throughout VidCon, and it was really bad. And I remember that it was just me and my friend Celine in the room, and I had started crying and crying and crying and crying because I had gotten an update that I was like, I didn't understand, I thought she was fine. So, I mean, there was a lot of miscommunication, but I do understand that, people were just trying to protect me while I was out of town. So that whole time was like really bad. The beginning of the year, I started 2015 out really horrible. I was sick for 3 months straight, in and out of the hospital. It was really bad. And then everything started to go up. I went to VidCon, and then all of that stuff with my grandma was happening during it. And then when I came home from VidCon, I was only home for... VidCon was at the end of July, and my grandma passed the first week of August. I believe it was first week of August. So I was only home like a couple days, and then I left. The July 26th was like the last day. I went home. My birthday was July 27th, and I spent the whole day at the hospital with my grandma. Even though she was just in a bed, I spent the whole day with her, and it was my best birthday I've ever spent in my life. It was the hardest birthday I've ever spent in my entire life. But and then after that, grandma had passed. It took forever for everything to just kind of like end, because I feel like I come to a certain point where I accept it. I'm ready to kind of like not move on, but I'm just accepted it, and I'm ready to celebrate their life rather than mourn their life. So with that, it was just like a long process. And then my uncle passed away, and during the school year, I got a call right before class that, we're going to the hospital, he's in the hospital. And guys, I'm in college, so it's not easy to leave school. It's not college sucks when it comes to these kind of things, because when my grandma had passed, like I said, it was just like prolonged, so it was just like too much. And then school on top of everything, and so then I had already missed like a couple days. And then when my uncle passed, like, I couldn't miss no days. Like, yeah, there was just no days. I couldn't miss anything. I missed his funeral. I missed everything, and it sucks. And I felt like, man, just like things just keep happening to me. Like, there's points in my life where they're so good, and then things just keep happening. And so then when my uncle passed, everything, I just kind of had to like sit back and just realize that, okay, these things are happening. Like, this is becoming my normal, and it sucks, and I hate to say that. Like, this is my normal. And then after that funeral, things just started to seem like there was a turnaround, and my life just started to get better, and my school was going great. Everything was just going great. And then Christmas came, and there was like some things that made my life horrible during that time, but for the most part, everything was going great. And then I hit a point October and November, just things in my life just started to go like, bleh. And things started getting like really bad and crazy around here. And then by the middle-ish of end to November, things started to change again, and it was just a happy mood, holidays, family, friends, all of that good stuff. And it was my Nina's birthday, and we went, and there was some moments that I got to spend with her that were like amazing, and I loved it. And I have some video footage, but the rest of it got deleted just because there was things happening and things being said, and I just got rid of that. Don't want it, whatever. So then my aunt got sick, and she just kept getting worse and worse. And I mean, this all happened within, I want to say 4 days, maybe 5 days. This all happened. She got sick. She was sick for 2 days. She was rushed to the hospital, or she was sick for 2 to 3 days, like 2.5 days. And then the very next morning, she was rushed to the hospital. She was in the ER. We were with her. She was fine. We were making jokes, everything. And then the next day, she was just kind of like high fever, blah, blah, blah. She passed that night. That's sugarcoating it 1,000,000%. The way everything happened with that situation is so dramatic and so crazy that I still feel like I cannot process it. And this all happened just a couple days before Christmas. So it's been crazy. This actually happened when I started posting my second makeup tutorial for Christmas. I had already had those scheduled, so it wasn't like I was sitting here while my aunt was passing away and doing all these videos. Like, all these videos were already prepared, but I felt so weird advertising or putting it on my Instagram, putting it on my Facebook that, oh, a new video's up, when this was happening. Like, that was weird for me. Like, I don't know, I just feel still like weird, like nobody knew. I didn't post anything about my aunt until a couple days after she had passed, just because I couldn't even fathom like what happened. Like, I still can't even, like, I just can't with the whole situation. So that's just kind of like the feelings that I'm trying to get through. And so I think now I'm in a better place than I was a couple days ago, because it's just been a little too crazy. But I will say that I haven't let myself cry in a couple days now. I haven't let myself cry for like since Christmas. I cried on Christmas Day. So it's been like, what, 4 days? It's been like 6 days. But I haven't let myself cry since then. I feel like I'm in a place where I'm like, okay, I'm starting to accept it. I'm starting to feel like, okay, I just want to celebrate her. I don't want to hear nothing about death ever. Like, I'm just done. I don't want to hear it. Her funeral is coming up. So it's like, okay, I feel like the funeral, it's just prolonged, so that when the funeral comes, I'm just going to break down again, and it's going to be that whole cycle of emotions again. Within all of this, horrible things have been some of the best times of my life. This year I have done so much, so many things that I love. I got to spend so much time with my friends doing those things, and you know, it was VidCon, and then it was concerts, and then I saw 21 Pilots, and then there's just been so many great things, so many great things that I've done. And then I won like concert tickets twice, and I've never won concert tickets like ever in my entire life. Like, I've never. And I won concert tickets, and I was just going to every concert in freaking San Diego at this point, and I was like enjoying my life. And then just certain things, you know, things happen, and I was so excited to end 2015 on a good note and say this year has been amazing. It's been the hardest year, but it's been one of the best years, and I just feel like I still feel like it's been one of the best years of my life, but right now I feel like the pain is so much that I just can't wait to get this the funeral done, because I feel like the funeral is just opening up a wound. Like, for me, it's just like opening it up again, and I feel like my Nina deserves everything that she ever wished for, and I've been working so hard along with my my grandma's been doing 90% of it, but I've never been involved with planning a funeral like I have been with this one, and making phone calls to my uncles and doing all this stuff for them, because they're in Colorado. So I've been helping my grandma pick up the slack, just because it's like a lot. That was her sister, so it's been a lot. And my Aunt Elsa has been an angel through this whole process, because she's been here, she's helped us so much. Like, I don't even know if we would have had any of the things done that we have done without her, because it's just been so hard. But it's just been, a lot of family support within a lot of family drama. And I would still say that this year has been one of the best years of my life, but it's been the hardest. Excuse me. Someone is hurt, so there's an ambulance driving by. I hope they're okay, though. Y'all, it's New Year, so please be safe. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this video to do like a recap of like what my 2015 has been, and nobody knows unless I post something, and I really haven't. Everybody kind of knew about my grandmother because I was posting, because I was so sure that my grandma was going to be fine. Like, my great grandma was going to be fine, and then things just kind of went downhill, and I knew she wasn't going to be fine. So it was kind of like shock, but optimistic, and then, okay, this is reality through that whole situation. And with my uncle, it was just shock through the whole thing. Like, I could not believe it. And then with my aunt, me and her were so close. Like, me and her were so close, like so close. And the whole thing with her was shock, but times a million. Like, I don't think I've ever felt like this. And I think it's, of course, like the holidays too, because around this time I'm like, oh, I need to call her for this, or I need to call her and ask her for this, or a week, 2 weeks before she passed, me and her had made a bet, and we have this ongoing bet going on, and we had arrangements for me to come once a week to help her clean her room and just clean all, like, just help her. And the other day, I think it was like 2 days ago, I was talking to my grandma about doing some stuff around our house, and I was like, wait, I gotta call Nina, I gotta ask her. And I was like, whoa, like, whoa. All of this, like, this was happening in my mind. I didn't even say the words, but she was talking to me about the house, and I'm thinking in my head, like, I gotta call her, and I was just like, I started like crying, but I stopped crying. Like, it was like an instant, like, oh my God, and tears. And then I was like, no, you're not gonna cry. And my grandma's sitting there looking at me like, girl, what is happening? And so then I had told her, like, I was just gonna call Nina, like, and I've just been doing a lot of that. Breathe. Because that's all I can do. To end this, I feel like it's been such an amazing year. Getting through, I would say I'm still not 100% through what happened with my grandma, but I can mostly talk about her and be content and not want to cry. There's times that I still cry, But with my aunt, it's like different. And like I said, I think it's just because it's like near the holidays. The pain just feels worse because with my grandma, her dying or passing in August, we had all this time to prepare ourselves. Like, grandma's not going to be here during the holidays. It's our first time ever not having her around, so we got to prepare ourselves. But with this happening a couple days before Christmas, it was like no time to prepare. There was no time to like mentally get it through my head. I'm still trying to get it through my head. Like, it's just the weirdest thing. Like, it's just the weirdest thing. Like, I think I'm just trying not to be sad anymore, and I just feel like this is weird. I'm not happy. I'm not upset. It's just I'm in a weird place. I'm not numb. Usually I get numb and I'm just like okay for a couple weeks and then I feel it again, but I'm not numb. I'm just in a very weird place. But I'm very optimistic. I'm very resilient. So I think that has like a lot to do with it. I'm really excited for the new year. I have a lot of events coming up. A lot of cool things that I'm doing. There's like a million concerts that I have tickets for. Like, I didn't even realize until Christmas how many concerts I'm going to next year between January and August. Like, there's just a lot going on. I have something every month. Some months I have 2 or 3 things. Like, it's crazy. So I'm really, really, really excited. The only month I have nothing is January. I have nothing to do all month in January except for this funeral. And I may vlog like the reception just because I know that I'm going to be like relieved and all my friends are going with me because I need the support. And I just kind of like want to be happy about her life. And I know that the funeral is going to suck, and it's just like I can't even fathom, like I can't even prepare myself for that because I'm going to be a mess. But it's going to be one of the most beautiful things ever because we are getting everything she ever wanted, everything she asked for, everything that we think that she would have enjoyed. We're getting her everything, and I'm so excited because I know that she's like watching in heaven and be like, oh shoot, I am getting the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, yes honey, yes you are. I'm making sure that everything is falling into place for you. So I don't know, I'm just kind of like ready because I feel like I'm just like in a weird place, and so if I just cry it out on her funeral, I'll be good. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys like, this is how 2015 has been. And I'm excited for 2016. I'm praying to God that I do not hear the word death or funeral at all in 2016 because I literally can't deal with it. So I'm just praying that, let me take a breath. Please let me breathe. In 2016, I don't know. Even though all of these events were months apart, I feel like everything has just been back to back to back to back, negative, horrible, ugh. So it'll be nice to not hear any negativity like that in 2016. Like, whew, I really need it. I really, really need it. But yeah, so that's basically all I have to say. I want to say thank you so much to my new subscribers and also to my OG subscribers. I love you guys so much, and your guys' support through all of this has been like amazing. None of you guys have really known like what I'm going through, but my subscribers have kind of like shot through the roof this past 2 weeks, and it's been amazing. And I'm interacting with some of you guys, especially my new subscribers. You guys are like really interactive, which I love. And like, I know some of you I haven't talked to you about collabing. Like, I'm just excited, and I feel like this new year is gonna be, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna make it good. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make it good. So yeah, I hope you guys have had like a good year. If you guys want to go ahead and leave it in the comments, just tell me how your year has been. It doesn't have to be this huge spiel if you don't want it to be. You don't have to get personal, but if you want to, you can leave it in my comment section. Just tell me how your 2015 went. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it amazing? I don't know, you tell me. I would love to know. Other than that, I'm gonna go. So I love you guys, and I'm not gonna tell you guys to like it, subscribe, do all that thing, because I'm literally just being 100% real in this video. So the only thing I would like you guys to do is leave in the comment section how your guys' 2015 went. If you guys are dealing with anything that I have dealt with, I would just love to be there to support and to love on each other. That would be amazing. But yeah, so this is real. This is me. This is also a 33-minute video that I need to edit. So I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.